Nah, PVC, right? So now him got what? Him got all the belts. Like I said, he got all the belts, right? So now he can make Deontay Wilder. Bro, you feel out him care about Ruiz? No, you don't, bro. You care about Deontay Wilder, innit? He said, no, cool. After you deal with Ortiz and Fury, yeah, bro, we could give you Ruiz, yeah, and then boom, undisputed world champion.
See, I feel
That'd be huge.
I feel
It's a win-win
sleep,
for whoever
bro.
wins, though, because Ruiz is Mexican. He's got the Mexican contingency behind him.
That's what I'm saying. I would put Ruiz as the forefront, in my opinion, like because he's more likable than Wilder. Wilder's been a champion for how long, and he still can't like get people to come to his fights.
3,000 tickets, yeah, something like that.
Ruiz, like he's on like talk shows and stuff already. Like he was on what, Jimmy Kimmel or something or whatever.
Was he?
Yeah, he was on Jimmy Kimmel already. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Like people like this guy. Like he's Mexican.
Yeah.
That's a big Mexican fan base. He's Mexican American.
Yeah.
Like, just that alone.
And I think it's the whole, not to be rude with the word, but it's the whole gimmick of just seeing, you know, this looking like he's out of shape. He's really not. He's in shape.
Yeah.
But you know, this big chubby guy that just he can scrap. You know what I mean? And they're just taking him around America. And another thing I want to say, like this whole rematch talk in the UK is pissing me off, man. Don't force nothing, man. Listen, Ruiz is the champ. Fight where he wants to fight, bro. You've made people come to the UK your whole career, yeah? You don't care if they're out of their comfort zone. If he wants to fight in America, he's the champ. Let him decide. If he wants to fight in Mexico, let him decide. Let him fight in Mexico, bro. Let him. Joshua didn't fight in Nigeria. You know what I mean?
He did say you want to fight in Nigeria, though.
But he would have done it by now, man. The guy would have done it by now, bro.
I agree though that he like it should be Andy Ruiz. He's a champion, isn't it? He should get to have a say.
Fuck the rematch.
Same time, yeah, it's probably the rematch. It was probably in the contract that if the rematch of course happens, I'm not saying that's what it says, but it's probably gonna be in Wembley. That's why I'm assuming
Wembley.
I would say
they better put that shit in the O2, boy.
I'd say if they're gonna have a rematch, yeah, don't have it in this country, man.
I would say
go back to America.
Go get your belts back where you lost them.
But
that's what I think.
Whether or not it's in the contract that it should, it was supposed to be here or not. For the
That's
rematch.
what you have, fam.
Well, say it is.
That's why I didn't like it. He was just forcing it. Like you're gonna come to the UK, commanding my guy's next move. You ain't his manager. You're commanding. Your next fight's gonna be in the UK. You're gonna rematch. We're gonna.
Listen,
move, man.
I understand that, but
That's the champ, bro. That's the champ.
Eddie Hearn's the biggest promoter in the world. Money talks.
I know money talks.
100% like.
Bruh, money talks and your pride talks, fam. Let's be real now. Like, bruh, you telling me you gonna get this guy come over here, and then Andy Joshua face him, and then Andy beat him. What? Everyone will say, yo, nah. He ain't gonna get that respect.
That's a gamble. That's a gamble.
There's no
He ain't
respect.
gonna get that respect.
That's a risk.
You gonna get more respect when you go to America and give him a beating.
Or even Mexico, bro.
No, but-
Go get them belts back.
No, I get that. If it was in Mexico, calm.
Bro, this
But if it's in the
either or.
UK, no. Because look, if Ruiz comes here, right, and beats Joshua for that amount of money, which would be more, I'm assuming, then it's a win-win for him, right?
Why would it be more? Because think about it. Joshua got 32 mil, and he got 30. I'm sure he got 30 million against Parker.
What I'm saying is, Hearn will probably offer more money for the fight to be here.
Well,
And if I'm Ruiz,
I don't know.
I just beat this guy in 7 rounds, and it was pretty. Well, I'd say pretty
But
easy.
then again, you win it.
You don't know how much they're gonna
You
offer
don't
him, man. Because you know Joshua's rematch clause. What did they do with White? Do you remember that? I think there was a clause where they commanded the split in the rematch as well, which is why he
That's true.
said no.
That is true, actually.
So really and truly,
yeah.
like that, he's probably they probably weren't even expecting my man to, you know what I mean.
Mhm.
So I don't know, unless it's for some like 15 millions,
Yeah.
20 millions,
Right.
which he really deserves. That should be split like. Okay, I was gonna go too far. I was gonna say 20 million each in it, but maybe 15 million to Ruiz, 20 million to Joshua. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I'm over here.
We're just speculating, anyways. It's just.
I mean, my
we don't
numbers
know.
are way off. Who knows?
Bro, just
But
go
who
over
knows
the
if it'll
fight.
even. Yeah.
Just
You
over
go
the
get
fight.
your belts back, man.
The only thing I
Tell
don't-
my guy to come here, bro. You just lost. Wait, I was
I feel like before you say your point, I think that's a bad look for English boxers, bro. It's like, bro, if you tell my man come over here to fight, bro,
it's a bad look.
Them Americans ain't gonna go pick us up, go think like, wait, the English are nut, bro. Yeah. I would like Anthony Joshua, show them what's in the about, fam.
He's kind of being like Klitschko, like just fighting in Germany.
Nah, we ain't no Klitschko out here. We ain't Germans out here.
Nah, man.
You know, so we come to war. We come to fight, fam, bro. Go back to your backyard and we fight in the backyard, fam. That's why I want it. You get more respect for me if you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I did question
I questioned his heart that fight in the last round. I questioned his whole
There's
heart.
a lot. Yeah.
like, bro,
Specifically, and I've never questioned Joshua's heart ever.
man from North London as well, man. You quitting like that, fam. Hey, back to the ends, man. Represent the ends out here, man.
Hey, Watford's not even ends, bro. They,
bro, I was gonna say gold is green, innit? So.
Finish the ABC and all that.
I don't want to go out. Let me just hit this topic for quick time. It's like Ricky Burns when he was fighting only in Glasgow. He did not travel. I was questioning about that. This is why this guy only fighting in Glasgow and get everyone? This is he did. I was never a fan of him. So that's why I don't want Joshua to do something like that.
See, like
let an American come over and take them belts, like.
And Deontay Wilder too. So yeah.
There's a history of champions doing that though. Like Calzaghe did that. Like
his last two fights don't count.
He went over.
No, his last two fights don't count. Sorry.
True.
His last two fights
during
don't
his
count.
prime years, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't go, and he was WBO champion. Like we all know WBO. You know, you already know from the last edit in the previous episode. I don't mean nothing.
WBO, we don't even count that. I'm the real champ. In order for them to be crowned champ, they gotta fight me.
But yeah, bro, like he didn't listen. WBO was irrelevant. It just didn't matter. You know what I mean? And these fighters, I don't like how some of them just stay in their comfort zone. You're making all these guys come to you.
If you want to be a world champion, and
You're a road warrior.
if you want to have that dignity and your pride, go and travel around the world and fight.
Ali boxed in 15 countries. No one's doing that. No one's doing that right now at all. No one's even close.
Because everyone's like being enticed by like the money, innit? They only fight in where the money is, and that's either the UK or Las Vegas.
Fuck the money, bro.
Like it shouldn't be like that.
Fuck the money, bro.
Bring the old days, man. We want to travel around the world, bro.
Listen, fuck Don King, but he made a lot of fights happen around the world.
Don King was for the fans. Don't ever get it twisted. He was just completely opposite for the fighters. He
Yeah.
didn't give a
That's true.
fuck about the fighters.
That's true.
He was
man.
for the fans. Let's not get that twisted, bruv. We just didn't know. He was just watching it on TV, like, you know what I mean? And himself. And I heard one time he put on a card of 4 rematches. One card consisted of 4 big rematches.
That's crazy.
Like he's sick like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah. To conclude my overall reaction.
Concluded, man.
Was disappointed with Joshua's performance. His the way he behaved wasn't a champion like fighting. It just didn't seem like himself.
Nah.
Yeah, he's got to go back to the drawing board,
Yeah,
fix his flaws.
Go get your belts back.
You know, I feel like he needs more. Like, he needs to speak to someone.
I mean, you get
Mentally, it's more mentally like.
get rid of half of his team, bro.
Yeah.
You got too much people around you.
Too much
Look at-
entourage. Yeah.
Bro, I would say take a page out of what's that guy named Kyrie? What's called?
Carry Irvin.
No, Owen. The what? Toronto Raptors.
Kawhi.
Kawhi, yeah. Bro, get away with everything, fam. Just get away with everything, man. You want to be the best, man. Get away with everything, man. Get away with social media. Stop banging out social media too much, man.
Oh yeah, just cut yourself out from all of this stuff.
So take a break.
Lock
man.
yourself away.
Do what Marvin Hagler did, bro.
Put yourself in prison, as he called it. You know what I mean?
Just don't be out here giving press too much. Too many presses, man. Like, raw, man. Listen, do this guy get enough time to like chill?
You've got to think. Now let me take into account how much like behind access there was. Yeah, There was the production that he was doing with Meat Mill, yeah. There was the AJ Boxing Channel. There was the DAZN All Access. And there was also the Matchroom Boxing, like, behind the scenes. And then there was all the press runs. I'm just saying.
Shouldn't be an excuse, bro. Like, if you're a champion, you know you go through that. Like,
yeah, but I'm saying he got caught up. He got caught up in all of that, bruv. He let himself get caught up in all of that.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, focus. That's what I'm saying. We're talking about locking yourself away. Don't do none of that. Don't do none of that. Do you know how many stuff he had, bruv?
Yeah.
And then there was all these interviews with like the American TV shows and all those other like.
You don't see Klitschko doing anything like that.
Even though I personally don't believe like any of that really played a part. His head wasn't in it, like. Because
success was getting into his head. That's why.
Maybe,
exactly.
Yeah, maybe.
So one could argue that that was a part, like why he was just looking past Ruiz. Yeah, that's what he was doing.
That's probably what it is. He probably was looking past Ruiz.
That all shows that he was just, all this talk. People are talking to you about, you know, just do over this guy. We need to get the Wilder fight. Da, 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 da. Another thing I wanted to point out. Yeah, this might mean nothing to some people, but to me, this is the first thing I thought of. Yeah. When I saw Joshua knock down Ruiz in the 3rd round. I saw an interview a couple of days before, and it was Derek Chisora, and he was in, it was on IFL TV, and he was in Madison Square Garden, and he was just talking about how he was with Joshua, like, and he was just like, listen man, just get rid of this guy, man, let's just get rid of this guy, put on an impressive performance, get rid, 1 or 2, don't play about with this guy. And you gotta think, when you're in boxing and you're seeing someone like Chisora come into your locker room, whether or not it may have influenced him or not, whether or not all the whole atmosphere, okay, you're fighting in MSG, you gotta live up to this, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you know what I mean? As soon as he knocks him down, he's like, oh shit, this is the moment. This is my time to look impressive. Everything else he was thinking about got to his head, and he just threw away his boxing skill. Like, he's usually calculated when he finishes.
Yeah, he's usually
He is.
Joshua, it's weird because Joshua ain't the type.
That ain't no excuse for him either. That's an L, bro. You can't be doing that.
Yeah.
You got experience now.
Yeah. This isn't me bringing this up to say, it's off, like, you know what I mean? No, you shouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying?
You should know better.
You should know better. You went in, yeah, with your chin in the air, yeah, trading, yeah, against a vicious inside counter puncher with power and faster hands than you. Faster.
Yeah, you miscalculated that, definitely. The fact that, because Joshua has fast hands as well, he's explosive. But the combinations were with Ruiz. That's the difference.
Definitely. As soon as that left hook landed, that was the left hook that changed everything, the whole fight, the whole night. It changed a $100 million fight, that one left hook.
Another thing, yeah, also, like, because like I said before, yeah, Joshua doesn't, I feel like he doesn't fight good against smaller opponents or opponents that fight inside. Also with him leaving his lead hand down, that pissed me off, you know.
I don't know.
Why is he leaving it down against someone who can punch quick and hard? Like, I don't get that.
It's weird. I don't know. He switched up his style completely.
What do you think?
He was getting praise. The thing is, he was getting praise against Povetkin for doing that. Like, because he changed his style.
I didn't like that he was doing that against Povetkin. I liked that he was more fluid in that fight. But I don't know why he kept his hand down. But against Ruiz, just keep your hands up.
He was stubborn. He was stubborn. He was stubborn to that, wasn't he?
I feel he was one of them ones like, I don't know if it was his muscles or something,
yeah.
But I think he was carrying too much. Not too much muscle, but his muscle mass in was it's high, isn't it?
He is a bit too muscle.
Because it's like me when me with boxing now, yeah. It's like I can't really put my hands up because muscle aching me on my shoulders, isn't it? So you put your hand. That's how I feel when you put your hands down or something like that. But it's hard to say though. It's hard to say because I don't know what he was feeling in that fight, man. But I thought there was something wrong with him.
Yeah, everyone was saying there's something wrong with him. Like,
but it was
strange.
Also, I feel like his openings and the holes in his defense, they got exposed. Like, because he's always blocking high guard, coming this way, that way, this way, that way. He's alright with seeing the right hand unless he gets lazy, but the left hook, someone can always catch him with the left hook. Can always catch him with the left hook. Because it's when they time him and when he slips it.
I feel
brings
like
his arm down.
I feel like that's true. Even though I think it's a little harsh because he fought Ruiz, right? And Ruiz is a quick counter puncher with fast hands. Joshua ain't fought a lot of guys like that, so I don't think it's gonna happen a lot. The only fast guy he fought was Parker, innit? But that fight was horrible.
Yeah.
So we couldn't really tell.
Luckily, there's not a Joe Frazier in the division with like a massive left hook, because
That would have been Ruiz if he had like White's left hook right now. Then you could be like, yeah, he's a Joe Frazier.
you never know who has the stronger left hook. You know, you don't. Who knows?
The best left hook would have been Povetkin, but right now I would say White.
Yeah, White. I don't know why got that day left hook.
Would have been Povetkin though.
Klitschko could hit Joshua with a clean left hook as well. That changed the whole action when he was going for it. If you remember, that same
Joshua was
laid out Pulev.
In that fight, Joshua was, even though he got knocked down and he was hurt a few times, his mindset in that one was good. Like he had a good game plan for that. He kept slipping that left hook and avoiding the right, the 1-2.
Yeah.
Like
Well, not all the way through, but you know,
like
doing well.
it's like when the guy, when you fight taller fighters, or bigger fight, you bring his A game over the short fight.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
The punches are coming up.
Which is why.
That's why he bends down. He drops his shoulder. He's trying to look down at them.
He didn't know how to do that. Which is why I think him against Wilder is still a 50-50 fight. Like people can look at, I think people are looking at him versus Brazil and being like, yeah, he knocked him out in 1 round, and Joshua lost to this fat guy, so Wilder's gonna win, but it's not. It's still 50-50.
I think with that fight, I think Joshua can't stand off him, otherwise it's lights out.
Joshua's
That's what I
fight
think.
is different. Like
If
Joshua would be able to fight him on the inside.
If he boxes cautious, which is what often you find 2 punchers tend to do. Even when Ortiz fought Wilder, they were boxing cautious. If it's a cautious fight, I think Wilder's got it. Joshua has to go in there and blitz him. He has to.
By the much still.
Yeah, he has to.
He actually has to fight him on the inside.
Wow.
It's kill or be killed in that fight. It definitely is, and it still is, because Joshua's bludgeoning power. Like he can knock Deontay Wilder's head off, but Wilder might be able to put Joshua in hospital. You know what I mean? With that defense, when you got that Southern American screaming bomb squad, like just swarming at you, bruv, going mad, running after you, man's running, bruv. Like with the maddest of face, bruv. It really is like a street fight when he fights. It really is, bruv. Like my guy's running, bruv, trying to take you out, like, and you're just there stumbling about like this. Bro, he's gonna.
He doesn't hold either, man.
But the thing is, Wilder and Joshua got a lot more flaws than, let's say,
they both
Ruiz.
have flaws, yeah. They both do.
Ruiz is more fundamentally sound than both of them.
I'm surprised that Ruiz can beat both of them, bro.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But let's talk about Ruiz actually. That's the champ, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to say something about Wilder.
I don't know.
It'll be quick to Wilder. I didn't really respect your tweet. About what's it called? About AJ was a true champ and everything.
That's a
Hashtag
lie.
suck your mom. He is a true champ. You can't really say he ain't a true champ, but then look at your career. 42 fights, one draw, yeah. And then what? 40
2 opponents to your name. 2.
Was it 2 opponents? I could be nice if I could count Stavernia, but then again I
it's
can't.
2.5.
2.5.
Can't look at you. So I would say 39.5 opponents here that was completely bums. How many world champions? No. How many world champions have you fought? Only 2 world champions. Kiss my ass, bro. Yeah, elite, you're a bum. Fix the rib, bro. You're 33 years old. Fix it up, man. Fix it up. I ain't playing, bro. Someone disrespected.
1 world champion. Fury wasn't a world champion.
Yeah, he's a former.
Yeah.
At the time, he was a former.
So all you've done is fight Stavernia.
Two ex-world champions.
Yeah.
Coming out, fix your career up, man. You're 33, you turn an old man. Your legs you don't have no legs. Fix your legs too, fam. You ain't playing, man. Stop disrespecting, man. Check yourself first before you disrespect Anthony Joshua, man. Period, man. Done, no, man. I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm done with this guy, fam. I'm done with this guy.
Oh shit.
Alright, Andy Ruiz now, yeah.
That's a run.
Andy Ruiz versus Wilder. I'd love to see that, bro.
Yeah. Ruiz, yeah.
Wilder, that was actually classes, to be honest. That was classes. And you were
Just
chatting shit.
before we get
It's
to
not
Ruiz.
even true.
Because Tyson Fury also tweeted, isn't it? Opposite.
Yeah,
I think he was trying to get AJ's casual
He's
fight.
playing smart, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, he could still been
It's
sincere
nice to
about it.
say.
He could have still been sincere about it because
It's nice
he's
to
gone through
say,
that
but-
shit. But
I've seen him give those kind of messages to fighters that have lost before, though. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen that.
yeah, I don't
Those
think
fighters have no fans.
through what Tyson Fury's gone through, I don't think he's actually gonna knock someone when they're actually down.
Nah, man.
Like he'll give him shit. Like if he's like, well, when he was champion, isn't it? He kept on doing that. But take a loss like that, it's hard.
I think Daniel Dubois is Dubois, right?
Dubois, yeah.
Yeah, Dubois.
He was saying something about casual.
He was saying something.
Like he was saying something about casual fans. Like it's like, you got Anthony Joshua, right? And he's saying like people turn their back on him, well, only because it's lost and everything. And I get what you're saying because I was on Instagram. This guy I followed, yeah. He before the fight, yeah, he was bigging up Anthony Joshua, innit? Say, well, cool, all this and that. So when Anthony Joshua lost now, man just switch on the other side of man, because he's a Latin guy, innit?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. Yo, we Latin in the building, but that's how we do it. I'm like, just wait. Was he bigging up Anthony Joshua? Say it's gonna be easy work on Saturday. Then now because this guy came and beat Anthony Joshua, don't piss me off. Don't do that.
There's been a lot of flip flopping.
But yeah,
There's been a lot of flip flopping, man. If you support him all the way, man.
with Andy Ruiz,
Mhm.
how far do you think he can take it? Like, let's say he doesn't take the rematch, and he's got opportunities there. How far and who does he beat?
I think if he doesn't, it's hard because I do think they'll strip him. I know they're saying they're not going to.
That's
but
my worry,
I think they will. They will. It's inevitable. They will.
I don't want.
Organisation.
Yeah, one of them. At least one of them.
One of them.
So I feel like
one or two.
If he doesn't take the rematch, then I feel like the belts will somehow be separated. I don't
They
know that's
will.
happening. Like that's like it took so long for like Joshua to get all these belts.
Yeah.
All he needs is one more. If they get separated again, it'll be a mess. Like
It will. And listen, guys like Wilder, Luis Ortiz, you lot are donuts because you missed the opportunity to get all these M's, all these millions.
White as well, man.
White as well, yeah. You missed the opportunity.
Oh, you can't really put
White-
White in the mix.
White could grab a spare belt, or he could go for the Wilder fight for legacy. You know what I mean? He's got a hard route.
But no, what I'm saying is that.
And he's already fought him, to be honest.
So you can't really put
Yeah.
White.
Like,
there.
he's already fought him and lost.
So why wouldn't you want to get revenge?
Deep down,
If
you
there's an
might just be
opportunity
like,
to step in, and actually get the fight you wanted, why don't you do it? Because of money. I swear he was getting 6 mil.
if you want to get knocked out again, and listen, if you want to get knocked out again and end all your chances of ever, like, he'll be done. If he gets knocked out again, he'll be done. Yeah.
Bro, you work so hard, bro. Go for
10 even.
Go to Deontay Wilder, fam.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, that's fair. If you go for
What's that?
if you go for Wilder, but we've seen the route he's been trying to go through, and he's not got the Wilder fight.
It's not working. They're shutting him
politics,
up.
isn't it?
Yeah, politics.
If I was Wilder taking that fight for 3 belts, opportunity for 3 belts, as a boxer, that's your dream, isn't it? That's the goal.
That was a dream, innit?
You know what I'm saying?
But politics wise and
I
boxing,
get it, but I would.
And he's already that's another thing. He has already fought him and lost.
Yeah.
So people, if they're gonna be saying results, people gonna say, bro,
Yeah.
you fought him already, so
Exactly.
why that count? You know what I'm saying?
People weren't clamouring for that fight anyway.
True.
People were more happy with Miller versus.
It was most
And I
likely.
think White wanted to get bigger before he rematched Joshua.
I think
that's
that
what
fight.
he really
I
wants.
think the plan would have been to fight Miller or whatever, who get past this fight and then fight White at the end of the year.
But Wilder, 40 mil, 20 million for Brazil. You should have taken the fight, man. Obviously, if you took the Brazil deal, you took it too late anyway because he still lost, didn't it? So he would have fought Brazil, got 20 million. But he would have had 20 million. And before, look how much he was getting offered. He could have fought this summer. None of this stuff would be going on. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Let me. I'm gonna throw some names out. See if you don't think he can beat.
Who? Ruiz?
Yeah. Does he? Alright. If you fought Parker, do you think he'd beat him? Again?
In the US and Mexico, yeah. Yeah, without favourable treatment, yeah. Because Parker's not that. He hasn't got that much of a high work rate.
What about Dylan White?
Dylan White.
You actually give Dylan White trouble.
It would give Dylan White trouble. Dylan White could do his thing as well.
I don't think so. I think that's all wrong for White.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's slow.
White person, he's not the best.
He's slow, man.
We root for White, you know what I mean? That's homegrown talent, innit?
Well,
but he's
again,
not.
White is slow, but he's not.
At the moment, he's number 4 in like out of the heavyweights.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he has to be 5 because Ruiz is just
number
yeah.
one.
But with White now, you always find a way to win.
Yeah, he is.
He does.
Yeah.
Find a way to win.
But there's other. I feel like there's more than 3 or 4 people in the division that can beat him. Put it that way.
No,
Ortiz could beat him genuinely, or a couple of years ago he could have. Wilder, I think, knocks him out. Fury classes him. Rivas, you don't know what's gonna happen with this fight.
Yeah, let's not look past Rivas.
White isn't like elite levels that like no one else can beat. Like there's more than them guys. That can, he will.
He
will. But even a Parker rematch, you never know if Parker could come back and win that. You don't know.
Parker fought a little too. He was too hesitant, or he wasn't aggressive enough. You know, he fights too much like a nice guy.
Yeah.
So
Ruiz. So who else? What other names for Ruiz?
Ruiz, Wilder.
I
actually think he beats him.
Hard fight. He has to stay because that is a pretty big reach in it, and Wilder is good at distance. Let's not forget that, innit? He'd have to close the range. I don't know who wins that fight, innit?
No,
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence.
But if he hurts Wilder, I think he can take it to him.
Yeah.
Okay. The Adrian fight just showed a lot, fam, bro.
Which one?
The Adrian fight, it told me a lot about his IQ level, fam.
If you watched Dimitrenko fight before that, real. He took out Dimitrenko pretty easily.
He knows when to land, man. He can time you, man.
If you've seen the Parker fight, you can see that Parker had to work hard to keep Ruiz up.
He had to be constantly on the back foot. Constantly.
I think. What about Fury though? I personally think Fury out just boxes him.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm gonna say, man. Fury all day, man.
Fury all day.
Yeah. Against a lot of these guys.
Fury is.
Styles they make fights.
Personally, I have Fury number 1. I mean, skill wise.
I've been saying that for years, man.
Yeah.
But he can lose to Josh. I still think it, man.
He can still lose to
He
Josh.
still could lose to AJ. But AJ, you have to be in the UK and Wembley for that, boy. You know what I mean?
No, because either way.
He couldn't beat him in Vegas.
Either way,
if he's fighting like that, bro.
Like my thing is, if he fights him in a rematch and he doesn't knock him out, that's an L to me. Like, if he just gets by on points, that's an L.
Who? Joshua.
Yeah.
Sort of. He's got the belts back, innit?
No.
His stock's dropped.
You have to take it from. You have to take it.
Wait.
The way he released it.
So you tell me rematch over in America?
No, if you rematch anywhere. So if Joshua rematches anywhere.
I say here, I say if you rematch here, he has to knock him out. If he over America, bro, one way or another, you better get them belts back, fam.
I just think no matter what, he needs to knock him out. Also, just don't look good. He's capable of doing it because we know he can knock him down.
Okay.
He just needs to box better.
Well, then again, you can't really try. If you're gonna try and knock this guy out, you can't be reckless, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is what he did. Like he could have knocked him out in that fight.
He could knock him down multiple times.
Yeah.
You never know.
He
and
could
then keep the distance away.
Stop him. But you know what? Yeah. Credit to Ruiz. He's got a good chin. He does have a good chin. He's tough. He took that knockdown pretty easy to actually.
Bro, I saw you smiling with that. Alright, cool, man. Let me get
He was surprised. No, he was.
Yeah, go really well.
Nah, yeah, he was surprised though he got knocked down. But it was one of them ones that he was clear. He was still like his mind was still there. He wasn't dizzy or anything. It was alright. He got up quite easy.
No.
Joshua got hit in the temple and he was like stumbling all over the place.
I think that's a thing with him when you get hit in the temple, he stumbled.
That was unfortunate that he got hit in the temple shot.
That top of the head temple shot. It's your boy France from Let's Brawl. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. We out.